Pig Best Friends. Once upon a time, Peppa's best friend Susie Sheep came to play. "I have something to show you," said Susie. Susie held up a photograph of a baby sheep. "Look, it's me," said Susie. "You're not a baby, Susie," said Peppa, shaking her head. "This is an old photo," Susie explained. "It was taken when I was a baby." Peppa snorted. She didn't remember Susie being a baby. That was just silly. Susie pointed at Peppa. "In the olden days, you were a baby too," she said. "I don't remember being a baby," said Peppa. "But you were," insisted Susie. "Ask your mummy." Peppa and Susie raced inside. Mummy Pig was working on the computer. "Mummy," said Peppa, "Susie is making up stories." "No, I'm not," Susie said. Peppa told Mummy about Susie's silly idea. "I don't remember being a baby," Peppa insisted. "But you were a baby, Peppa," said Mummy Pig. Mummy Pig pulled up a picture of a baby pig on the computer. "Who do you think that is, Peppa?" she asked. Peppa thought that the baby looked like a cousin, Baby Alexander. "Is it Baby Alexander?" she asked. "No," replied Mummy Pig. "That's you as a baby, Peppa." Peppa was surprised. She had been a baby. Hee hee, hee hee. Peppa and Susie giggled. Baby Peppa looked very cute. George and Daddy Pig came to see what all the fuss was about. "Look, Daddy," said Peppa. "That's me as a baby." "I remember it," said Daddy Pig. "That photo was taken on our first date in this house." "What do you mean?" said Peppa. Daddy Pig told Peppa, Susie, and George that they had moved into their house when Peppa was very little. "We brought all our things to the top of our car," he said. Mummy Pig put up some pictures, said Daddy Pig. Daddy Pig put up a shelf, said Mummy Pig, and Grandpa Pig made us a lovely flower garden. Peppa and Susie went outside. There was no flower garden at this house. "Why don't we have a flower garden now?" Peppa asked. "We used to, but Daddy Pig looked after it," Mummy Pig sighed. Said Daddy Pig, embarrassed. "We had the wrong kind of soil for flowers." "Was Susie my friend in the olden days?" asked Peppa. Daddy Pig nodded. "Of course," he said. "Hee hee. You and Susie have always been best friends." Peppa wondered what games she played with Susie when they were little. "Did we jump up and down in muddy puddles?" she asked. "No," Mummy Pig laughed. "You were babies. You couldn't even walk yet. Then you grew into toddlers," continued Mummy Pig, "and you played together all the time." "But where was George?" Peppa asked. "He was a baby in my tummy," said Mummy Pig. Peppa thought for a moment. Daddy Pig's tummy was even bigger than Mummy's. "Is there a baby in there?" she asked. "No, Peppa," chuckled Daddy. "This tummy is pure muscle." Soon George was born, Mummy Pig said, and Granny and Grandpa Pig brought him a very special present. Can you guess what it was, Peppa? Peppa knew just what present it must have been. "Mr. Dinosaur!" she cried. "Goo goo gah!" Daddy Pig said that little Peppa and Susie liked to do everything together. They like to jump, hee hee, and dance, la la la, la la la, and run all over the place, snort, bah. Then one day, said Mummy Pig, you saw something amazing. A muddy puddle. You love jumping up and down in muddy puddles together, said Mummy Pig. Peppa, George, and Susie all ran outside. I still love muddy puddles, cried Peppa. Me too, cried Susie. Peppa, George, and Susie looked for the biggest muddy puddle they could find and jumped right in it. Daddy Pig brought his camera. Let's take a photo of you, Susie and George. Now Peppa, he said. Yes, exclaimed Peppa, because Susie and I were best friends in the olden days, and we're still best friends now. Click. Little or big, Peppa and Susie will always be best friends, and they'll always love jumping up and down in muddy puddles. The end. What was your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where Peppa thought that she and Susie were jumping up and down in muddy puddles, but they were just babies and they couldn't even walk yet. Peppa Pig and the Lucky Ducks. Peppa and George have come to visit the ducks. They see one pond, but the ducks aren't home. The ducks have gone on an adventure, George, says Peppa. They're so lucky. Quack, says George. Peppa and George want to go on an adventure too. They want to find those lucky ducks. Let's go, says Peppa. On the way, Peppa and George jump in 2 muddy puddles. 1, 2. Then they see 3 birds but no lucky ducks. 1, 2, 3. That bird's blue, that bird's green, that bird's brown. George points. There are 4 worms. They're crawling in the sandpit. One's on a track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Peppa sees 5 sunflowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look, there are lots of ladybugs here. And look, there are 6 ladybugs on the leaves. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 2 on one leaf, 4 on the other. There are lots of ladybugs. Granny Pig loves her garden gnomes. Peppa counts 7. Granny Pig hasn't seen any ducks today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. George is holding one is fishing the grass, and one is pulling a wheelbarrow. 2 have orange hats. Grandpa Pig's garden has 8 heads of lettuce and 9 carrots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 heads of lettuce. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 carrots. Look, George, says Peppa. There are 10 snails. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One is hiding behind a carrot. George, there are 11 bees. Look, some bees have black heads, some bees have yellow heads. Cheep, cheep. And 12 baby chicks. Oh, the chicks are so cute. What's that scurrying around the 13 potted plants? Hey, look, there's an ant on the wheelbarrow. It must be one of the ants. I was right. 14 ants. Have you seen any lucky ducks? Asked Peppa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Outside Granny Pig's kitchen coop, 15 chickens are pecking in the soil. Let's count them. I'm going to count the black ones, then the brown ones, then the white ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 black ones. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 brown ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 plus 4 plus 5 equals 15. George wants to play frog. He jumps up and down. Ribbit, Peppa counts 16 frogs. Let's count the frogs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I hope they get to find the ducks. George chases butterflies. He's not fast as they are, and there are 17 of them. Let's count. Look, there are purple ones, white ones, pink ones, and yellow ones. They all look so pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. But do you want to know how many purple butterflies there are? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. Those were the white ones. Now let's count yellow. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pink. 1, 2, 3, and 4. But he's faster than 18 turtles resting in the shades. Hey look, there's still one butterfly flying here. It's pink. Let's count the turtles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 turtles. Mommy Pig loves flowers. There are 19 pretty ones here. Look, they're so pretty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Where's the 19th? Oh, look, George is holding it. 19. Another butterfly. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Peppa turns around. Ducks! There you are, he says. Peppa and George count 20 lucky ducks. Let's count the ducks too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 ducks. Peppa and George have had an adventure. They are lucky too. Lucky pigs. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where they counted 17 pretty butterflies. Peppa Pig and the Family Reunion. Peppa and George are very excited. Today the pig family is having a reunion. Everyone in the family will be there. Grandpa Pig and Granny Pig arrive first. You've brought pie, says Peppa. I love pie. Says George. Here are Auntie Pig and Uncle Pig with Cousin Chloe and baby Alexander. Cousin Chloe is a big girl, bigger than Peppa. Baby Alexander is very small. Uncle Pig and Auntie Pig unpack the car. They have brought a lot of stuff for the baby. Daddy Pig helps Uncle Pig unload a high chair, some baby toys, a stroller, and even a bathtub. Peppa likes baby Alexander. Would you like to help feed the baby? Asked Auntie Pig. Oh, yes, says Peppa. She tries to feed baby Alexander. He turns away. Peppa tries again. The baby won't open his mouth. Try playing airplane, says Auntie Pig. She shows Peppa how to fly the spoon into baby Alexander's mouth. It works! Can you say airplane? Asks Peppa. Baby Alexander can't talk yet. Peppa wants to teach baby Alexander to talk. Can you say dinosaur? Gaga, says baby Alexander. Later that night, it's time to put baby Alexander to bed. But he doesn't sleep for long. What's that noise? Asks Peppa. Baby Alexander's awake. Wah! Wah! No, what's that other noise? That's the vacuum cleaner, says Chloe. Why are you vacuuming at night? Asks Daddy Pig. And why is Auntie Pig playing the trumpet? Loud noises are the best way to get baby Alexander to sleep, shouts Uncle Pig. We are a very noisy family. It is a very noisy night. After breakfast, the next morning, everyone goes for a walk. Peppa tries to teach baby Alexander a new word. Look, a bird, says Peppa. Goo goo, says baby Alexander. Sky, says Peppa. Gaga, says baby Alexander. Then it's time for the family reunion lunch. They're having Peppa's favorite, spaghetti. Daddy Pig and Uncle Pig love spaghetti too. Both of them ask for more. For dessert, everyone has a piece of Granny Pig's pie. Yum, says Peppa to baby Alexander. Goo goo, says baby Alexander. Chloe has brought her puppet theater. She and Peppa and George put on a puppet show. They make a Chloe puppet, a Peppa puppet, and a dinosaur puppet for George. Everyone claps after the puppet show. Well, almost everyone. Daddy Pig and Uncle Pig have fallen asleep. Peppa and Chloe go outside to play before the reunion is over. Baby Alexander likes to watch them play in the mud. Look, baby Alexander, says Peppa. We're jumping up and down in muddy puddles. And then it happens! Baby Alexander says his first word, puddles! Well done, baby Alexander. Well done, Peppa. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is where baby Alexander says his first word. This book is Peppa Pig and the Day at the Farm. Peppa Pig and George are excited. They are going to spend the day at Mrs. Badger's farm. Daddy Pig drives the car. What do you think you'll see at the farm today? Asked Daddy Pig. Dinosaur, shouts George. There won't be a dinosaur, George, says Mommy Pig, but there will be a tractor. What's a tractor? Asked Peppa. It's like a car, but with very big wheels, says Daddy Pig. It can drive through mud. Daddy Pig loves tractors. Everybody loves mud. Daddy Pig stops the car. What's all this traffic? He asks. Honk, honk. Beep, beep. What's blocking the road? Then Peppa sees it. It's Miss Badger, she says. On her tractor, says Daddy Pig. Mrs. Badger waves, and Daddy Pig follows the tractor to the farm. Peppa's friends, Danny Dog, Pedro Pony, and Susie Sheep are visiting today too. Who wants to feed the chickens? Asks Mrs. Badger. We do, shouts Peppa. First we have to wash our hands, says Miss Badger. Everyone sings. Wash, wash, wash our hands, wash them nice and clean. Bubbly, scrubbly, scrubbly, bubbly, wash them nice and clean. Peppa and her friends feed the chickens. Here, chickadee chick, says Peppa. Buck, buck, cluck, 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 says George. Quack, buck. Mrs. Badger brings out a basket of baby chicks. Everyone gets to hold one. Cheep, 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 says the chick. They're so sweet, says Peppa. The children visit the guinea pigs and the ducks. Squeak, squeak, quack, quack. Everyone washes their hands again. Then Mrs. Badger leads the children to the strawberry field. Fill your baskets, she said, and have a snack too. Peppa picks a big strawberry and tastes it. Yum, she says. Who would like to see my tractor? Asks Mrs. Badger. Everyone shouts, Me, I would. Isn't she a beauty? Asks Mrs. Badger. Ooh, says Peppa. She's lovely, says Susie Sheep. Mrs. Badger starts the tractor. Vroom! She attaches the wagon. Hop in, everybody. Mrs. Badger drives the tractor through the gate out into a field of tall grass. This field is ready to be cut, she says. Wait here and watch. She attaches the cutter to the front and the baler to the back. The tractor cuts and bales the hay. Wow! Everyone claps. Mummy and Daddy Pig are coming to pick up Peppa and George. There's another traffic jam, and Mummy Pig doesn't want to wait. She turns off the road and into the mud. Uh-oh, the mud is very deep. Mrs. Badger drives the tractor down a grassy hill and through a mud puddle. Peppa sees something up ahead. Look, she shouts, that's our car. Mommy and Daddy are stuck in the mud. Mrs. Badger knows just what to do. She hooks the car to the tractor and pulls it from the mud. Slurp, plop. Hooray! Everyone shouts. It has been a great day at the farm. Tractors are the best, says Peppa. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when they pick strawberries. Thank you for reading with me. This book is Peppa Pig and the Lost Dinosaur. George loves playing with Mr. Dinosaur. He tosses him up. Mr. Dinosaur comes down. Up and down, up and down. George would like to play with Mr. Dinosaur all day, but Mummy Pig is calling. Peppa, George, it's shopping day. Time to go to the market. The first shop is a fruit seller. Peppa tries an apple. Yum, she says. Mummy Pig buys a bag of apples. At the cheese stall, George knows which one he wants. The stinky one! Daddy Pig sniffs the cheese. Oh my, he says. The cheese is too stinky for Daddy Pig. There are so many choices at the fish stall. It's hard to decide what to get. so Mummy Pig buys one of each. Peppa and her family get to Mr. Fox's stall just in time. It's raining. He has an umbrella for everyone. Time to go home, says Daddy Pig. Let's play, says Peppa. Yay, says George. Dinosaur. He looks around. Dinosaur? Dinosaur! George starts to cry. Oh no, says Daddy Pig. Mr. Dinosaur is lost. I'm good at finding things, says Peppa. I will find him. Peppa looks all around. Maybe Mr. Dinosaur is in the bathtub, she says, but Mr. Dinosaur isn't in the bathtub. I will look in George's bed, she says, but Mr. Dinosaur isn't in George's bed either. Maybe George dropped Mr. Dinosaur in the market, says Daddy Pig. Let's go to the police station and see if Officer Panda and Officer Squirrel can help. Officer Panda and Officer Squirrel ask George many questions. Please tell us everything you can about your dinosaur, says Officer Panda. Use as many words as you like. Dinosaur, says George. There are many, many lost things at the station. They have lots of different dinosaurs. There's a purple one, a red one, and a blue one. But they don't have Mr. Dinosaur. In the car, George is sad, but then he remembers something. Back at home, George runs to the yard. Everyone follows. They look all around. Then something falls from the tree and bonk! Hits Daddy Pig on the head. What was that? Says Daddy Pig. Mr. Dinosaur, says Peppa. Dinosaur, says George. The end. What is your favorite part of the story? My favorite part of the story is when George finds his dinosaur. Thank you for reading with me.